football supporters raging against ownership to ensure their clubs still exist to support. Protests now with political power behind them. The Culture Secretary presenting long-delayed plans to regulate the game.
How are you feeling about the football regulator today? Do you know what's happening? No?
Still work to be done to explain to these Leyton Orient players before taking the bill to Parliament.
We're bringing in a football regulator to make sure that football across the board is financially sustainable. There'll be owners and directors tests, and so you won't be able to own a club if you don't pass those tests.
With constant checks on owners and their finances to be allowed to stay in control. But restrictions on who can own a club only go so far. No block on nation states investing.
We are not saying anything about who should own a club, where they live.
You say it's the government. Well, your own department, should it decide potentially then to look at foreign state ownership of football clubs, as it has done with newspapers?
We won't be bringing in any measures in relation to foreign ownership of football clubs.
Relations between the rich and the rest are intense, heightened after the failed attempt to create a breakaway European Super League. And now the Premier League has angered the lower leagues further, blocking a deal to share more of their wealth, something the new regulator could now enforce.
The system we've got at the moment doesn't produce sustainable clubs. It encourages owners to take too many risks, to overinvest, to overspend.
The Premier League warns that the regulator could ultimately weaken the appeal and competitiveness of English football. But the government wants to safeguard clubs like this, League One Leyton Orient, which came so close to going out of business. Caution from the Orient vice-captain, who's also chair of the National Players Union.
Definitely think more needs to be done. I'm not a massive fan in over-regulating things, but I think we find ourselves here because the due diligence hasn't been done.
Whether the football regulator has too much power or not enough power, it could soon become the destination for every grievance in the game. Rob Harris, Sky News at Leyton Orient.